abilities. When life is overwhelming, call us to restore your peace and harmony. May our living today reveal your goodness. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father,
Father,
Son, and
Son.
Holy Spirit.
Honorable Nandelhans Abelia, Honorable Cecilio Andales, Honorable Alvin Arcilia, Honorable Roberto Cabarrubias, Honorable Marianida Cabrera, Honorable Gerardo Carillo, Honorable James Anthony Cuenco, Honorable Alvin Dizon, Honorable Eugenio Gabuya Jr., Honorable Leia Hapson, Honorable Margarita Osmeña, Honorable Richard Osmeña, Honorable Mary Ann de los Santos, Honorable David Tumulak, Honorable Noel Eleuterio Wenceslao, and Honorable Philip Zafra, the rights and members of this august body who are present today, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Member Hans Abelia. How many are we now?
11, Mr. Chair.
So are we in quorum?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we're in quorum, Mr.
So
Chair.
with that, I now declare that City Council can officially transact business. Can we proceed?
Unless there are some privileged speeches, Mr. Chair.
No privilege speeches?
So we go now to the committee reports. For item number 1, we have the Committee on Laws.
Committee on Laws, Member Babe Sandales. How many?
Three, Mr.
Three.
Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, first committee report, refer to Committee on Laws, Ordinances, and Public Accountability and Good Government. For comments and recommendation, therein proposed ordinance of Member Leah Juan Hapson, entitled, quote, an ordinance requiring establishments engaged in hotel industry to put up poster or notice against human trafficking and providing penalties thereof, unquote. Comments and observation. This committee notes the intent of the proposed ordinance, which mandates the establishment to put up a specific size of poster with inscription "Zero Tolerance for Human Trafficking." We will report any suspicious activity and coordinate with law enforcement in the investigation of cases, quote unquote, as specified area in such establishment. In Section 16 of the Local Government Code of the Philippines provides that every local government unit shall exercise powers expressly granted and those necessary implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental to its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare. Considering the intent of the proposed ordinance, the committee finds the same to be within the power of the august body to enact. But this committee suggests that a public hearing be conducted on the proposed measures to hear the sentiments of all stakeholders. Recommendation resolved to approve this committee report, and resolved further to hold a public hearing on the proposed ordinance. Resolved finally to authorize the board secretary to the Sangguniang Panglungsod to furnish copy of this report to the proponent and other concerned parties. So moved.
So motion to approve the committee report of Member Babe Sandalas, seconded by Member June Gaboya. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none. Committee report is now approved.
And we have the date of public
The
hearing.
date would be on February 17, Mr. Chair.
February 17, and who are the invitees? Member Leah Hapson.
Department of Tourism, Hotel Industry Association, and I will just submit to the SP,
please,
Mr. Chair.
remind the Secretariat who are the invitees. So, can we proceed now?
Yeah, second committee report, Mr. Chair. Refer to Committee on Laws, Ordinances, and Public Accountability and Good Government for review. Therein proposed ordinance of Member Roberto A. Cabarobias entitled, and I quote, an ordinance establishing and adopting paperless application process for building permits in the office of the building officials of Obu, Cebu City, unquote. The committee notes the proposed ordinance which aims to adopt paperless processing of building permits in the city, in Cebu City office of the building officials. Section 458 of the Local Government Code, Sangguniang Panglungsod, as a legislative body of the city, shall enact ordinances and appropriate funds for the general welfare of the city and its inhabitants pursuant to Section 16 of this code and in the proper exercise of corporate powers of the city as provided for under Section 22 of this code, and shall, 1, approve ordinances necessary for efficient and effective city government. Considering the intent of the proposed ordinance, the committee finds the same to be within the power of August body to enact. However, the committee suggests for a public hearing on the proposed ordinance to hear the sentiments of all stakeholders. Recommendation resolved to approve this committee report. Resolved further to conduct a public hearing on the proposed ordinance. Resolved finally to authorize the board secretary to furnish copies of this report to the proponent and other concerned parties. So moved, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to approve the committee report of Member Bibs Andalas, seconded by Member Bob Cabarubias. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none. Committee report is now approved.
Date of the hearing, Mr.
Yeah, the
Chairman.
date of,
Still on February 17, Mr. Chair.
February the 17th, it's the same.
can we ask Honorable Cabarobias who will be invited?
Okay, the UAP, United Architects of the Philippines, PICE, IIEE, OBO, Philippine Contractors Association, and I will just give additional
Cebu
list
Chamber
to the
of Commerce.
Secretariat.
Yes,
Cebu
please.
Chamber of Commerce, important.
Member Babes and Dallas, do you have some
Yeah.
some suggestions to
Yeah, Cebu.
Yes, Cebu Chamber of Commerce,
It's
Mr.
very
Chairman.
important
the Chamber
to-
of Commerce? Please include that. And if you have additional invitees, please also inform the Secretariat in advance.
Late this afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Can we proceed?
Last committee report, refer to Committee on Laws, Ordinances, and Public Accountability for comments and recommendation therein proposed ordinance of acting Vice Mayor Nestor D. Archibald Sr., entitled, and I quote, ordinance converting the existing street lighting facilities into a light emitting DOD or LED facilities and providing guidelines in the conversion thereof. Comments and observation. This committee notes the proposed ordinance which sees the need to convert the conventional street lighting facilities within the city of Cebu to light-emitting DOD or
Diode.
LED.
Diode.
Okay.
Yes.
Facility in order to reduce the cost of maintaining and to shift greener and environmental-friendly technology. Section 458, paragraph A, item 3 of the Local Government Code 1991 states that Sangguniang Panglungsod as a legislative body shall enact ordinances such purposes intended to promote the general welfare of the inhabitants of the city. Considering the provisions of the proposed ordinance in the Local Government Code, this committee finds that the proposed ordinance is within the power of August body to enact. However, the committee suggests a public hearing be conducted on the proposed ordinance to hear the sentiments of all stakeholders for and against the proposed ordinance. Recommendation resolved to approve this committee report. Resolved further to conduct a public hearing on the proposed ordinance. Resolved finally to authorize the board secretary to the Sangguniang Panglungsod to furnish copies of his report to the proponent and other concerned parties. So moved, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by Member Babes and Dallas for the approval of the committee report, seconded by Member Hans Abella. Discussion, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Can we have the date of the public hearing?
March 2, Mr. Chair.
March 2, and I would like to just give the invitees to the Secretariat later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Can-
you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
That's
Can-
all.
Yeah, please.
Next, we have Committee on Transportation.
Committee on Transportation
And Energy.
and Energy. How many reports?
I got 2 reports, Mr.
2
Chairman.
reports. Can you proceed now?
I respectfully refer to the Committee on Transportation, Energy, Communications, and Other Utilities for comments and recommendation to the order issued by the Energy Regulatory Commission setting another public consultation of the application filed by the Visayas Electric Company Incorporated VICO entitled in matter of the petition to adopt the proposed rules to govern the installation and use of smart revenue meters for advanced metering infrastructure, AMI, system application and pertinent functionalities, observations. The committee noted that based on the ERC order dated 7 of January 2016, a public consultation to discuss the comments submitted by pertinent parties on 22nd January 2016 at 9:30 a.m. at the ERC hearing room, 15th floor Pacific Center Building, San Miguel Avenue, Pasig City. The order likewise provide that copies of these rules to govern the installation and the use of smart revenue meters for advanced metering infrastructure AMI system application. The rules may be downloaded from ERC administered website at www.erc.gov.ph or may be photocopied at cost during regular office hours at the ERC main office. The committee likewise noted that the proposed rules is intended to provide guidance to distribution utilities and the installation the use of smart revenue meters for the AMI system application. The smart revenue meter records consumption of electric energy and enables two-way communication between the application. The smart revenue meter may allow to remote reading, interval reading, outage detection, theft detection, voltage quality detection, remote connection, remote disconnection, demand control, and home area network interface. The committee is of the position that the proposed rules will deter the prevalent instances of fraud and pilferage in the power industry, which frustrate not only the power generators and distribution utilities, but as well as the law-abiding consumers. Advancement of technology like the smart revenue meters should always be encouraged when the same would benefit the community. While the committee was not able to send representative during the scheduled public hearing, let it be set in record that we recommend the approval of the proposed rules. Recommendations. Based on the foregoing observations, it is hereby recommended that the following resolution be approved to it. Number 1, resolve that this committee report be approved. Number 2, resolve further that the City Secretary may be authorized to furnish copies of this report to the proponent for their guidance. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to approve the committee report of Member Cabarubias, seconded by Member Safra. Discussion, objections, hearing none. The committee
Second
report
report, Mr. Chairman.
approved.
Respectfully report to the Committee of Transportation and Energy, Communication and Other Utilities for comments and recommendations. The order dated 23 December 2015 issued by the National Telecommunication Communication NTC on the application filed with Sky Cable docketed as NTC case number 2012-386, granting Sky Cable Corporation a provisional authority to install, operate, and maintain a direct broadcast satellite DBS in the 251 cities and or municipalities valid for 18 months. Observations. The committee noted that the NTC has granted Sky Cable Corporation, Sky Cable, a provisional authority to install, operate, and maintain DBS in 251 cities and or municipalities, including Cebu, valid for 18 months. Considering that Sky Cable is able to secure the necessary authority to conduct such operation in this city, from a government office cradling technical knowledge to the matter of concern, we found the reasons excuse me, to hinder the same. Nonetheless, it would be incumbent upon Sky Cable to secure the required permits and pay the necessary fees should it wish to pursue business operation in this city. We find it prudent that a copy of this NTC order should be furnished to the City Legal Office for their reference and guidance, should in case any issues involving the matter may arise. Recommendations. Based on the foregoing observations, and it is hereby recommended that the following resolutions be approved to it. Number 1, Resolved that this committee report be approved. Number 2, resolved further that the city secretary be authorized to furnish copies of this report to the proponent of the city legal office for their guidance. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to approve the committee report of Member Cabarubias, seconded by Member Tumula.
Just discussion, Mr. Chair.
Discussion.
Because this is very technical. What does DBS means? I mean, how does this differ to the existing cable connection?
Member Cabarubias.
That is a technical term, Mr. Chairman, for the digital. Wait. DBS. Yeah, it's here. DBS din pa. Direct broadcast satellite. That is a direct broadcast satellite, Mr. Chairman.
Direct broadcast satellite. So basically,
Yes,
it's-
wireless, Mr. Chairman.
yeah, it's coming from the stations above.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Just like other provider here, Mr. Chairman, there is a direct broadcast satellite, Mr. Chairman.
Our Sky Cable is basically cabled.
Yeah,
so
Sky
coming
Cable.
from Sky Cable stations, it's basically wired to the individual system.
But this system, Mr. Chairman, is using the satellite, Mr. Chairman.
That's wireless.
So, there are, for example, Sky Cable is offering a bundled services such as cable. They also have a internet connection.
As for the application, Mr. Chairman, it's only broadcast for.
It's only
yeah,
broadcast.
broadcast for the entertainment or whatever they have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
So there's no internet connection with this, Mr. Chairman. For their application, Mr. Chairman, there's no internet bandwidth.
No more questions, Member Carrillo. So with that, I now approve the committee report.
Next, we have committee report from the Ad hoc Committee on PAGCOR Funds.
Mr. Chair, I have one committee report.
Yes, Member Gabuya, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Referred to the ad hoc committee for PAGCOR funds for comments, recommendations, and prioritizations of the proposed resolution of Honorable Member Mary Ann C. De Los Santos charging against PAGCOR funds the amount of 500,000 pesos to cover the expenses of the Mayor's Cup Invitational Tournament, basketball tournament 2015. The Sangguniang Panglungsod Resolution Number 13-0196-2015 contains the committee's observations and recommendations on this particular proposal. As recommended by this committee, the expenses incurred during the Mayor's Cup Invitational Basketball Tournament year 2015 shall be charged to the city-sponsored activities account number 1011-200-969-023, thus other activities subject to the approval of the Sangguniang Panglungsod. However, the Cebu City Sports Commission has informed this committee that the expenses incurred during this Mayor's Cup Invitational Committee Tournament year 2015 is being charged to the 2015 CCEC annual budget, and payment thereof is now on process. Accordingly, this committee recommends the following. Number 1, resolve to approve this committee report. Resolve lastly to authorize the board secretary to Sangguniang Panglungsod to furnish copies of this report to the proponent, city budget officer, city accountant, city treasurer, Cebu City Sports Commission, and Mr. Lorenzo C., all of this city for their information and guidance and compliance. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to approve the committee report of Member Gabuya, seconded by Member Hans Abella. Discussion.
Mr. Chair,
Discussion, Member Marian.
in view of its favorable recommendation, moving for its approval.
Are there any more discussion? Objections? Hearing none. Approved. Member Marian de los Santos. Please.
In view of its favorable recommendation, Mr. Chair, moving for its approval.
There's a motion to approve the resolution of Member Mary Ann de los Santos, seconded by Member Cabrera. Discussions, objections?
Mr. Chair, there's no need actually because the recommendation is not to charge to PAGCOR, but according to the Sports Commission, they are already processing it and charging it to the CCEC annual budget, Mr. Chair.
But I think there's no harm approving it anyway.
Now, if we're going to approve this one, so it will be charged to PAGCOR.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah, please.
just in the event that the Sports Commission will need the recommendation coming from the office of Member Gabuya, though he explicitly said it, that it will be charged on a particular account on the Sports Commission.
Sports Commission.
So what will happen now if we're going to approve this? Are we going to approve this charging to city-sponsored activity or to PAGCOR funds? Because originally, this was...
Can we have 1 minute?
okay na to.
I don't think there's a problem, Jun. Okay.
Charged to the Cebu City. Usab naman sa day. Yeah. Okay na. I-withdraw lang to niya.
Session resume. Member Mary Ann?
I'm withdrawing my corollary
Motion to
motion,
withdraw.
Mr. Chair.
The motion of Member Mary Ann de los Santos, seconded by Member Alvin Dizon. Discussion, objections, hearing none. Withdrawal approved.
Next, we have committee reports from the Committee on Education and Committee on Housing.
Member Alvin Dizon?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first report, Mr. Chairman, referred to the Committee on Education, Science and Technology for comments and recommendation the request of Cebu City Federation of Parents Teachers Associations Incorporated for the provision of a
Hello.
1,000 peso subsidy for uniforms, shoes, and school supplies for all public school pupils and students of the Division of Cebu City. Comments and observations. As per data provided by the Department of Education, the total number of enrollees from kindergarten, elementary, special education, and secondary for the school year 2013 and 2014 was 171,282 thousand. For school year 2014 and 2015, 172,328. And for school year 2015 and 2016, 169,702. The average number of enrollees across all levels for the three aforementioned school years is 171,104. Multiplying the average number of public school enrollees with the proposed subsidy of 1,000 pesos, the total amount that would have to be initially allocated for the assistance is 171,104,000 pesos. The amount is expected to increase annually with the addition of 2 grade levels in the Key DAS-12 program, coupled with the expected increase of the pupil and student population. While it is laudable for the city to provide subsidy to all enrollees across all socioeconomic status as an effort to democratize access to basic education, the Committee on Education finds it necessary to balance this with the urgent need for the city through the local school board and the Department of Education to prepare and to provide funds for the full implementation of the K-12 program beginning the school year 2016 to 2017. Shoes and school supplies for all public school pupils and students of the Division of Cebu City. In view of the foregoing, Mr. Chairman, the committee recommends the following. Resolve to approve this committee report. Resolve further to authorize the Acting Secretary of the SP to furnish copies of this resolution.
Yes, if I may. Yes, normally that is the procedure, but I think what happened now is that this was session that was called for only last Wednesday, so that left only 2 working days for the committees and also the SP to be able to prepare for today. So I would like to think that that is the reason why we don't have copies, advanced copies of the committee reports. Normally, yes, that is a procedure, but in this case, there were really only 2 working days.
At any rate, Mr. Chair, I understand, but parliamentarily, if we debate from the procedure, we normally suspend our House rules so that a procedure like this can be entertained. If there is no compliance with our House rules, then we suspend the proceedings of the House rules, Mr. Chair.
Before going
I understand, Mr. Chair, but in the next succeeding, if there is something like that, then a member should move for the suspension so that his committee report would be allowed, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Just a rejoinder. This is a unusual session that we had, supposed to be regular session on Wednesday, but irregularity as far as this session is. I think this is approved by the entire body, Mr. Chair.
Okay, I'm not raising any objection, Mr. Chair. What I'm concerned is our House rules. If there is a deviation to the House rules, then we move to suspend. That is on parliamentary note, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. Okay. So to resolve this, I think there's no problem. There's no objections, and there's just a request of Member Carrillo. And since there's no more objections, hearing none, approved.
Another report, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, parliamentarily, Mr. Chair, if it is not included in the agenda, could we ask something like this, Mr. Chair, could we ask the Secretariat to furnish us copy on our tape with due respect? I'm asking respect, Mr. Chair. That's why I'm asking the Secretariat, in the event like this, we be given copies of the committee report on our table. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Proceed.
Mr. Chairman, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning once again. Member Carrillo. Refer to the Committee on Housing for comments and recommendation the proposed resolution of Member Hans Abella pertaining to the construction of stone masonry retaining wall in Hope Homeowners Association in Barangay Budlaan, City, and charging account number 1011-8-201-001-007 of 2013, the amount of 1,177,161 pesos to cover the cost of the aforementioned site development project in the said barangay. The committee would like to point out that the resolution is for the construction of drainage system for Hope Homeowners Association in Barangay Budlaan. However, the attachments, namely the Local Housing Board Resolution, Certificate of Availability of Funds, and the Program of Works and Estimates refer to a construction of drainage system in another homeowners association, which is Chivas Homeowner Association in Barangay Bolacao. The committee requests the proponent to submit the proper documents in relation to the proposed drainage system for Hope Homeowners Association. In view of the foregoing, the committee recommends the following. Resolve to approve this committee report. Resolve further to authorize the Acting Secretary of the SP to furnish copies of this resolution to Member Hans Abella for his information and guidance. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to approve the committee report of Member Dizon, seconded by Member Cabrera. Discussions? Objections? Hearing none, the committee report is now approved.
We go now to the item F, resolutions of this body approved by the acting mayor from items A to C.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I moved to note items A to C.
There's a motion to note items F, A, B, C. Seconded by Member Marian de los Santos. Discussions? Objections? Hearing none. Approved.
Item G, consideration of the present business, letters and endorsements from items 1 to 10.
Mr. Chair, I move to note items under letter G, numbers 1 to 10.
There's a motion to note items 1 to 10, seconded by Member De Los Santos. Discussions? Objections? Hearing none, notation is approved.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
number 2,
Number 2.
I move to refer this to the proponents, members Hapson, Gabuya, and Dizon, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to refer to the proponent, seconded by Member Cabrera. Discussions? Objections? Hearing none, referral approved.
Mr. Chair,
Member Cabrera,
for item 3,
item number
move to
3.
refer this to the proponent, Member Andales.
Referral to the proponent, seconded by Member Osmeña. Discussions? Objections? Referral is approved.
Mr. Chair,
Member Osmeña.
on item 3, I have no objections. I just have an inquiry, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
This is signed by Attorney Mary Ann Susan, who's the OIC of the HRDO. I would just like to find out, Mr. Chair, we have been informed that she is a casual employee and not a permanent one at this time. So is it possible that she will sign?
Can somebody
She has been signing documents as OIC. I just would like to find out if it is first of all, if she is a regular or a casual employee, and if she is not a regular employee, is it valid that whatever document she
Can you do that
signed?
as a corollary motion?
Okay, yes, Mr. Chair.
Please, corollary motion, please.
Who will I ask?
You can Member Andales do the corollary motion?
In view of the revelation of Honorable Margot Osmeña, I move to refer this matter to the Civil Service Commission, whether a casual employee can sign for in behalf of a department resolution or memorandum to that effect.
Seconded by Member Cabrera. Discussion.
Discussion, Mr. Chair.
Discussion, Member
Are we
Carrillo.
sure that Attorney Suson is a casual? Although I am in agreement with the observation of Member Osmeña that a person who is not on the item, regular item, should not act as the same way as a regular department head would do. But I would like to be sure what item is Attorney Suson is occupying, knowing that he is our head of HRDO, and being the head of HRDO, he should know better than anybody else. So I would like to know what is really the item of Attorney Suson. Is she a casual employee, a permanent employee? What is the nature of the appointment of Attorney Mary Ann Suson?
Can we have 1 minute, please?
Can we invite Attorney Suson?
Session resume. Member
Mr. Chair,
James Sandales.
I would like to withdraw my plenary motion to refer the status of Attorney Mary Ann Suson to the Civil Service Commission.
It's a motion to withdraw, seconded by Member Osmeña. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Mr. Chair,
Corollary motion?
corollary motion. May I move to refer to the City Legal Office the inquiry on the status of Attorney Mary Ann Suzon as an employee of City Hall, whether she is a regular or a casual employee, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by Member Osmeña, seconded by Member Hans Abella. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved. Next. Number 4.
Number 4, Mr. Chair.
Yes, number 4.
I move to refer this to the OIC City Treasurer Diwa Cuevas to copy furnish the SP with her response to this letter, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by Member Osmeña, seconded by Member Gabuya. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved.
And on, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
on number 5,
Number 5.
I move to refer this to the proponent of the ordinance, Member Wenceslao, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to refer this to the proponent, Member Wenceslao, seconded by Member Hapson. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Referral approved. Member
Number
Gonzales.
6, letter A and B, declaring a state of calamity due to conflagration in the barangay capital site and also in the barangay Kiyot. Cebu, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. Member Andales, 6A and B, seconded by Member Gabuya. Discussions, objections?
Mr.
Discussion.
Chair, discussion. I would like to inquire from Member Tumulak. Did he move earlier these two CTU barangays under state of calamity because there might be some duplication?
Member?
Yes, I would like to
Member
ask
Tumulak?
the Secretary, Mr. Chair.
Madam Secretary,
I cannot recall any.
were we able to approve this calamity of Kiyot and Capital? I think. I can remember that we have that.
Not yet, sir.
Wala pa?
Yet.
Yeah, no,
It's
not
not
yet.
yet?
I'll check with the City Lubi, but the other one, I'm sure it's not yet.
Okay, can we now proceed with B and then we defer this A for
Anyway,
for
Mr.
such-
Chair, there's no harm if we also, have a redundancy of the declaration.
So what would be your suggestion, Member Carello?
Just approve this, Mr.
So we
Chair.
don't have
Anyway,
problems with the A and B. So there's no more discussion. Objections, A and B are now approved.
Letter C, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Member?
We request that this be referred to DWOOF,
How about infrastructure also?
an office of the mayor for the construction of covered court. at
So
the open
Office of the
space.
Mayor
And DWOOF.
how about the Committee on Infrastructure?
Okay, and Committee on the
Yes.
Infra.
So there's a motion by Member Andales, referral to the Mayor's Office, and then the Infrastructure, and to the DEPW. Seconded? Seconded by Member Sapra. Discussion.
discussion, Mr. Chair.
Discussion.
Is the funds that will be used or utilized by the covered court would be under the development
No, wala.
of the something like the development fund for urban poor? Will this be under this fund?
Mr. Chair.
Secondly, if it will be under this fund, I think Member Dizon would be able to answer the requirements required for a development to be introduced in a
Anyway,
homeowner's
this is referred to
sitio
the
kapasa.
three offices. Let them do their homework as to where the funds will be coming from. Now, if there is no funds, then they have to make a report that they should be referred to the proper agency of the government.
Yeah. Na lang, Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
just
Member-
an observation also on the proposed, on the letter, on the request of Barangay Budlan, they did not specify what account that this project would be charged to. So perhaps we can ask, I would like to move, Mr. Chair, that we request Budlaan.
No, wait for a while. We have the standing resolution. So, Jerry, you don't have problems with that? Referral? Yes?
Yes, Mr.
Discussion?
Chair. We will just ask the respective agencies referred to by Member Andales to cite what fund source are they going to charge this project.
Madam Secretary, take note of that
Mr.
also.
Chair.
Yes.
Okay na?
If I may, Mrs. Chair, I think what Barangay Budlaan is asking for, I think is the land, not so much on the fund. Kay, if they are asking if they are allowed to construct a covered court on that particular land. I
Yeah,
think
because
this
kapasa-
land is
yeah.
owned by the government or
The city government.
mo na ang lambutan.
Yeah. And I think, I think they don't need a fund. It's just
It's not the
an
fund, but
authority
it's the
to use
ownership
land.
of the land.
But we would like to ask Member Dizon, isn't it the in that area, the Budlaan, I think English Homeowners Association, is it owned by the Homeowners Association? Was it turned over already to the Homeowners Association? There is a MOA between the city and the Homeowners Association.
It's not yet owned by the homeowners association.
Ah.
The city government has the jurisdiction over the property, Mr. Chairman.
So what? Yeah. So what would be the right department we need to refer this? Because in that referral of Member Andales, it's basically to, yeah, the city mayor actually, and
Mr. Chair,
Joel,
Actually, Mr. Chairman, if I
For-
may,
yes, member.
if I may answer that
Please,
question, I think it is more appropriate to refer this request to the local housing board and the WOP.
Do you agree with that, Member Andales? Would you
Well,
agree with that?
that is the proper agency that should be referred, and I have no objection.
Thank you. Jerry, do you have more discussion?
I agree with Member Dizon, Mr. Chair.
So with that, the referral would be going to Member Dizon.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, if Member Andales will also agree to ask the Homeowners Association kung unsay ilang position on the request of Barangay Budlan.
So that would be referral to the Department of
The local housing board,
Local
the
Housing
WOP,
Board,
and
the WOP,
the Homeowners
Homeowners
Association,
Association.
Kapasar.
So no problem. No problem.
Problem,
Seconded. Member Noel Wenceslao. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Referral is approved.
Mr. Chair,
Member Osmeña,
number 7.
number 7.
Yes, this is a letter from, as stated, from the Regional Sales Director of Kaiser expressing why they can no longer supply us. I would like to ask why it took so long. We approved this in 2012, and they received Kaiser received the information that they were awarded in December 14 of 2012. So it's been over 3 years that this was not, that this was already approved and awarded. And perhaps I would just like to ask who would be the best to explain why it took so long? The Bids and Awards Committee. So therefore, I would like to move, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
that to ask the BAC or the Bids and Awards Committee to explain in writing to us why it took so long for them to purchase this equipment. It took 3 years, and then only to find out that we are not, that we are with that. It has now, of course, increased as far as the price is concerned, Mr. Chair. If I remember correctly, this was deemed as urgent and necessary at that time,
That's true.
and all the procedures had been taken. They even opened an LC, and still we were not able to purchase it, Mr. Chair. So therefore, I move to request the BAC to provide the SP a written explanation on why this transaction was not consummated, Mr. Chair.
So motion by Member Osmeña, seconded by Member Cabrera. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved. Member Dallas.
Can we refer this to the City Legal Office, Attorney Castillo?
What item?
8, Mr. Chair.
8, yes. Referral to
To,
Castillo.
Actually,
to make comments or answer the letter of Labrada, Gladys Labrada.
There's a motion by Member Andales, seconded by Member Gabuya. Discussion, Member Gabuya? No? So, objections, hearing none. Approved.
On item 9, Mr. Chairman,
Item 9, Member...
referral to the WOP and Local Housing Board, Mr. Chairman.
Referral to DIWO and Local Housing Board, seconded by Member Gabuya. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Referral approved.
Mr. Chair, on 10A,
10A.
I move to request the SP to comply.
There's a
Mr.
motion
Chair.
by Member Osmeña, seconded by Member Safra. Discussions, objections, hearing none, approved. B and C.
On 10B, Mr. Chair,
Yeah, 10B, I think this is Sambag Ono.
Sambag Uno, Mr. Chair.
Yes?
I would like to move to request the OIC City Treasurer to facilitate the release of the honorarium, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by Member Osmeña, seconded.
Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by Member Osmeña, seconded by Member referral to.
And then I move to refer this to the ad hoc committee on PAGCOR, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to refer this to the ad hoc committee on Pagcor Fire, seconded by Member Safra. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved.
We go now to the proposed resolutions, ordinances sponsored by the following city councilors. Number 11, proposed resolution of members Hapson and Gabuya Jr.
Member Hapson.
Together with Member Kabuya, Mr. Chair, move to approve item 11, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to approve item 11, seconded by Member Wenceslao. Discussion, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Resolution of Member De Los Santos.
Member Ann De Los Santos.
For item number 12, Mr. Chair, moving for its approval.
There's a motion to approve the resolution of Member Marian De Los Santos, seconded by Member Dave Tumolak. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Item 13, proposed resolutions of Member Margarita Osmeña.
Member Osmeña.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move for the omnibus approval of items A, B, C, D, and E.
There's a motion by Member Osmeña, omnibus approval from A, B, C, D, and E, seconded by Member Gabuya. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Item 14, proposed resolution of Member Cabrera.
Member Cabrera.
Moving for its approval, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to approve the resolution of Member Cabrera, seconded by Member Hapson. Discussions, objections, hearing none. Approved.
15, proposed resolutions of Member Cabarubias.
15, Member Cabarubias.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Moving for the approval of item 15, paragraph A and B. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion by Member Cabarubias, 15A and B in omnibus matter, seconded by Member Carillo. Discussion.
Discussion, Mr. Chair. If the proponent will reconsider, Mr. Chair, on item A, 15A, can we move to refer this to the Budget and Finance, as there has been no report yet given by that committee, Mr. Chair?
Member
agree,
Item
Mr.
A.
Chairman. I agree, Mr. Chairman.
Would you yield, Member Cabarubias?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I yield,
So
Mr. Chairman.
referral to Budget and Finance, seconded by Member Marian De Los Santos. Objections, hearing none. Referral approved.
For item 15, paragraph C and D, Mr. Chairman.
Let's approve B first. There's a motion to approve B, seconded by Member Safra. Objections, hearing none. Approved.
15C. Emerald Street, Tisa. That's a perennial drainage problem ever since. Thank you.
If it is referred to us on time also, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
We will try to make it as soon as possible.
Thank you. So
By next week, no?
yeah, next
Thank
week.
you.
If there are
Mr.
no
Chair,
more discussion,
consideration, Mr. Chair.
Wait, if there are no more discussion for C and D, approval. Approve.
Yeah, consideration, Mr. Chair.
Consideration seconded by Member Alvin Dizon.
Item
Objections, hearing
14.
none. Item 14.
Approval is subject to the requirements of the Sports Commission, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So it's a motion to approve subject to the
Requirements of the
requirements
Sports
from
Commission.
Sports Commission. Seconded by Member Safra. Discussion, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
There's
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
wait. No, that's it. D first.
Layo pa ni mo eh. Uy, layo pa na tulong item.
How about D? We approved already C, right?
Thirdly.
Budget and Finance. But can you move now D, Member? Because this is authorizing Member Mayor Rama.
This item D, Mr. Chairman, has been referred to the Budget and Finance, Mr. Chairman.
Defer.
Gidefer ni.
C and
There's
D,
a
Mr.
motion
Chairman.
to
Gidefer ni si Ugdi.
Mr. Chair.
there's a motion to adjourn, seconded by Member.
Mr. Chair.
Oh, wait.
Move to suspend the House rules, Mr. Chair.
And House rules.
Suspend the House rules, seconded by Member Dave Tumulak, objections, hearing none. House
Mr.
rules.
Chair, I have one amendment, Mr. Chair.
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolved, as it is hereby resolved to 5% amusement tax exemption to the gross admission receipt to TAG events for holding the concert Boys Avenue on February 18, 2016 at the Pacific Grand Ballroom of Waterfront Hotel and Casino, Lahog.
There's a motion by Member Gabuya, seconded by Member Dave Tumulak, objections, hearing none. Approved.
Yes, I have.
Member
I will go
Tumulak.
directly to the resolving clause, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
Commending the members during the International Eucharistic Congress, we'd like to commend on the members of the Philippine National Police Regional 7, Cebu City Police Office, Cebu Provincial Police Office, Provincial Health Office, City Health Department of Cebu City, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Cebu City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, Cebu City Emergency Medical Service, the Association of Barangay Council, the City Traffic Management, Philippine National Red Cross, ERUF, AMRO, and Department of Health in keeping our city safe during the IEC, zero casualty, and minor medical alarms that was being responded by these other government agencies who secured our International Eucharistic Congress. On mass motion.
On mass motion?
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Approved. Back. Very good. So, there's a motion
Move to adjourn.
Adjourn, seconded by Member Mrs. Lau, objections, hearing none. Lunch is served.